Welcome to our DocuPaint tutorial. Today, I'll be walking you through the process of building out a project within the DocuPaint platform. From the home page, click on the Projects tab. This will display a list of your current projects. To begin a new one, click the Create a Project icon. Now you're on the New Project page, starting with the Project Details section. Here you'll fill in the organization the project belongs to, the project type, an internal project number or term for tracking, the project name which will appear on all generated reports. You also have the option to upload a photo. This will act as the project's icon within DocuPaint, making it easier to identify internally. I am naming this one DocuPaint Project Buildout Tutorial. This will be what will be displayed on the front of my reports for this project. Next, enter the street address and drop a map pin to mark the exact location. This is helpful for field personnel to easily locate specific assets or areas within a facility. You can also include a location description to provide more guidance, such as gate codes, specific suite numbers, or other important information relating to the location. On top of the description, we can also define the time zone we will be working in as well. In the Personnel section, you can assign Quality Control Users, which are your administrators, as well as the fieldman users associated with the project. Now we move into the Jobs section. Here you can create a job name. Select the type of reports we want for this project. Daily reports are what allows us to set these predefined fields below for our fieldmen. Next, we define the substrate and optionally upload a reference photo. Once the substrate is selected, you can specify certain areas, pre-surface conditions, this defining the asset condition. Next, select the applicable standards for the surface preparation required. There is a drop-down of selections, or you can add your own. Next, we will select from the ASTM standard drop-down if applicable. Next, we will define the location for where these standards apply on this job. We can also define the profile measurements if they are required for the job. For this job, I am setting a minimum profile of 1.5 and a maximum profile of 3.5. Next, define the paint schedule required for the job. First, we will select the coat being applied. Next, we select the location this is being applied. Following location, we can select the manufacturer of the product from the drop-down bar or add a new one if needed. We will only need to define the manufacturer once per job, and the following coats will reflect the same manufacturer for ease of use. Next, the name of the product will be inserted. Following the product name, we can define what the minimum and maximum dry film thickness ranges are. If your job includes a multi-coat system, you can click Add Section, and you have the ability to add additional coats to your paint system. You'll also have the option to enable the running DFT total, which makes it easy to track total film thickness requirements. If you have a multi-coat system, this allows you to easily calculate the proper thicknesses required without confusion. Above the paint details information, you will see a toggle bar. This enables or disables the ability to have your paint system run in totals for your different locations. On the daily report, when a user inputs dry film thickness measurements, the readings will highlight red if the imputed value is outside of the specified range. In the final section, you'll set the inspection requirements for your field team. You can toggle on the areas you need your fieldman to complete in their daily reports. Anything not toggled on won't be required, but the fieldman can still complete those fields if they need to. You may also leave any project notes here that you'd like your team to see. Now click Submit Project to save your information. Now, tap the project you just created to view the project details page. From here, we can select our job we created and see the job details page. This page will show us our address as well as a drop pin for fieldman to easily locate the site. Also, if you take a look at the Standards section, you will see the standards that we selected in the project Buildout. There is also a Cliff Note version of the standard for quick reference. At the top of the page, you will see a button labeled Generate Report. Tap Daily Report, and DocuPaint will generate the report. Once in a daily report, you can begin filling out the information needed for your job. As you fill out information, all data will save locally to the device, so you won't have to worry about lost data. Also, remember, any field not filled out on this report will not populate on the final report. As you go through the report, you will also notice there are areas to upload photos in every section. You have the ability to float the pictures in the order you wish, as well as add comments. At any point during your report, you have the ability to preview it to see how it looks prior to completion. Just click the Preview Report button on the top of the page to gain this view. From here, you have the ability to scan your report and proofread it how it will generate upon submission. You will see on the header of the report, your company logo will be displayed. This allows you to create polished custom reports for your own record keeping or to provide as a deliverable. When leaving this form, all data will be saved, and we can jump back in and pick up right where we left off. As we navigate back to the home screen, we will see a shortcut on the home page that will allow us to quickly jump back in the report while it is still in process. That concludes our tutorial for Project Buildout in DocuPaint. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other tutorials for more tips and tricks on how to optimize your project build-out, as well as get the most out of DocuPaint.